Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. We are on month 4 of Olympia, hard to believe, but we're already there, and I'm loving how this quilt is coming together. I'm loving all the extra colors and pieces that we're getting for it. It's just so awesome, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together. I say that every month, but really, every month, I'm so excited to see how this quilt comes together. So let's go ahead and get started with clue number 4. Alright, I have everything that I need. I have my instructions for clue 4 for my small Olympia quilt. I have my carry color guide to tell me which fabrics go where. And then of course I have my clue packet number 4 with the fabric in it. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Alright, the fabrics in this packet are 1 square of H fabric. It's interesting that it's just one. The next one I have is my G fabric, and there are 12 triangles, small triangles of G fabric. I have an F fabric, and I have 12 of my F fabric. Those are small triangles, by the way. Next, I have 12 of my A fabric in a large triangle. And then lastly, I have 2 large rectangles of my D fabric. And that's all that's in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on the table behind me, and we'll start in on the instructions. Alright, starting off for section 4A, we're going to be making one of section 4A. So we're only going to be making one of these today. I have the feeling we might see this pop up in another clue later on, but for now we're just going to make one of these, and this is going to be super simple. It says to join a rectangle of D to the right of a square of H. So we're just going to sew these together just like this. We're going to press it towards our D fabric, and then we're going to join, once we finish that, we're going to join a rectangle of D fabric to the left. So just like that, once we've gotten this one attached on this side, just like that. And we're going to press towards our D fabric. So we're pressing away from our H fabric on this one. And that's it. That's all we're doing for this. It's super simple and super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take this over to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew these 2 seams on either side of my H fabric, and then I'll meet you back here when it's time to press it out. Okay, I've gone ahead and sewn those together, and now I'm just pressing my seams out towards my D fabric on both sides. I didn't even press in between the first part of clue 1 or step 1 and the second part. I just went ahead and sewed them both together, and now I'm just pressing them out, which is totally fine, works just fine, just like that. So there we go. This is what it looks like when it's all done, and that's it for section 4A. Go ahead and put a label on it that says either section or clue 4A, and we're done with this. I'm going to go ahead and set it off to the side. Alright, moving on to section 4B, we'll be making 4 of this section. So we're making 4 of section 4B. The instructions tell you how to make all the sections at the same time. So our first step is to sew a small triangle of G to the top left of a large triangle of A, press towards G, and then we're going to sew on another small triangle of F to the top right and press towards F. We're going to make 12 of these in total. So in total, we're going to make 12 that look exactly like this with G on the left and F on the right. Okay, I have made my 12 flying geese. I'm going to iron this last one out. Remember, we're pressing out away from our A fabric. And for flying geese, I always do the half square triangle method of pressing them out. So I go up first and then straight over. And that really seems to help kind of line up. As you can see, I got this one a little off at the top. No big deal though. So I now have 12 of these flying geese. Let's go ahead and see what step number 2 has in store for us. Alright, moving on to step number 2, it says to join a step 1 unit to the left of another step 1 unit. We're going to press it to the left, and we're going to repeat this until we have a chain of 3 step 1 units, just like this. So we'll have 3 in a row with our G fabric on the left and our F fabric on the right. So we're going to put all these together like this, and we're going to do this 4 times. And whenever you're pressing to the left, you can either do it from the front or from the back. It doesn't matter as long as you remain consistent. So as long as if I'm going to press this to the left, I mean the picture shows me from the front pressing it to the left, so that's fine. But as long as you're doing it consistently across all of your clues, it really doesn't matter. And I've also messed up my pressing instructions, and it's not a huge deal, but you do want to try and make it easy as easy as possible on yourself when you're quilting it. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and line these up, sew on this side, and then add my next one, and I'm gonna do this 4 times for all 3. All right, I have sewn all 4 of those together, and now I'm pressing towards the left. It's easier for me to do it from the front, that way I remember which way I'm supposed to be going. These corners down here where there's a lot of bulk, you'll kind of have to manhandle them a little bit and get them to bend to your will, if you will. But there you go. So that's what, mine are a little wobbly, but that's all right. I just never measure, and I don't go for perfection. So it will all come out whenever we're putting all these clues together to make the final product, and I can bend it to my will, I guess, is the best way to put that. But there you go. That's all for our section 4B. I'm going to go ahead and label these with 4B. You can see I've already labeled my 4A, and that's going to finish up our small clue number 4 for the Olympia quilt. This one was deceptively longer. It took a little bit longer than I expected. I think just sewing all these flying geese just takes some time, and to me it was deceptive that, oh, I'm gonna get that done in 30 minutes, but no, it took me a little bit longer because there was a lot of flying geese to work on. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna stop talking, and we are another clue further ahead, and can't wait. It's so amazing to see, because I look at these clues and I'm like, I have no idea how this quilt is going to come together, but it always comes together in such a fascinating and beautiful way. So, all right, clue number 4 is done. I'll see you next month for clue number 5. Thanks for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm making it my goal in 2021 to hit 100,000 subscribers, but I need your help to make that happen. Take a moment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then don't forget to check out the other great videos that I have here on my channel. Also, share this video with your friends and tell them to come check out the Off Kilter Crafter.